welcome back to Real Life NPCs playing Spider-Man. Is this just called Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Is it
Marvel Spider-Man?
Marvel Spider-Man, okay. I wanted to make sure there was no like fancy tagline to it, because I honestly don't know.
We're on our way. We're on our way. We're gonna punch the Wilson Fisk and eat a lot of fish. I don't know.
Yeah, good
Out of
enough.
rhymes.
Good enough.
You really shouldn't.
Oh! Wow, already. Okay. That's... Man, come here. That was half my health right there. I'm Jackie, by the way. Oh!
You can call me Ern.
Ern.
And I'm just here for moral support.
He was... Man, I'm impressed with that guy, because he was using a pistol on me while also, just shouldering his rocket launcher.
It's really impressive.
Like, that was cool. I gotta give that guy credit. I need to remember to web them down when they're like...
Yeah, I mean, it would make things a lot easier.
I know, I'm doing this the hard way for some reason. Oh no, he's down, okay.
Open the door, damn it.
Oh, am I supposed to? To be fair, I'm truthfully at this point not used to going through doors. This is the first door I've used.
What door?
Oh, this is like the free run, okay.
Yeah, you learn to parkour.
Hardcore parkour. I just almost went out the window.
Have you ever seen the Stan Lee parkour video?
I do not believe I have.
I've got something for you between episodes
Okay,
here.
we'll have to check that out. You all watching at home, check it out between episodes.
Or check it out during, I don't care. Do what you want, but just keep the video going.
Multi-tab. Ah!
Okay, room is clear.
Have I ever told you how many tabs our roommate used to leave open? Have I explained this to you? It was like...
you briefly mentioned their computer habits.
Have you ever seen when Google Chrome just gets every single... Like, the tabs are like 2 millimeters wide because there's so many open and the computer's just screaming for mercy? Basically that.
You just hear the gears grinding in the machine.
It's like, what are you doing? This was not made for this.
Oh, the police turned on you.
Yeah, I saw that. Not really surprised, given we're dealing with Kingpin. Okay, shield enemies blocked.
It's King Willy.
Butter vulnerable from the back. Okay, web strike.
I don't think you realize this Willy thing is gonna keep going.
Oh, I know. We're not gonna deal with. We're gonna do. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it is just the funniest way of saying penis. And we just got demonetized.
In case anyone was wondering what that joke was referring to,
it was referring to a restaurant in California called Young Dong.
Wait, what?
There's a Chinese restaurant in California called Young Dong.
Is there really?
Yes.
I learned
Or
things every day.
it might not be a Chinese restaurant. It might be like a Thai restaurant.
Regardless, like the fact that it exists,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful and a bit alarming, if I'm being honest.
No, it's literally.
Oh hell! This is the room we fight Kingpin in, isn't it?
I won't say it's not.
Oh crap! For those of you watching,
with pleasure.
Aaron here has played this entire game and the DLC, correct?
Yeah, I played all of it.
I have not. I've played like this opening level. And that's it, because I don't have a PS4. Instead, this is how I get my kicks.
By invading my home, tying me up, forcing me to record videos, and
locking you in the door. And it's nice to see Kingpin, you know, he's taking care of himself. I like that purple tie, I'm not gonna lie. The purple, like, pinstriped tie, that's a good look.
I just, like you said earlier, I'm just glad that his head's not,
like,
literally between his shoulders.
His head has been reattached where it belongs. He's looking great. Yeah. Kingpin, if Kingpin was a D&D character, he's just a barbarian with like 20 strength and 20 constitution, and it's very upsetting.
And a very nice, like, 17-ish charisma.
Yeah, the high charisma, and honestly, not terribly low intelligence either. I think his
wisdom, however, seems to be his low suit.
Wisdom is definitely his low suit. I would say his dexterity's not fantastic. But honestly, for a big guy, oh crap! Now I remember you said you had trouble with this.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the problem was. So I'm excited.
I'll let you figure it out.
No, yeah, let me mess around for a bit before I. There we go. Oh, please stop shooting me, turret. I was hurting your friend. Please stop.
Don't shoot me. I'm just
Don't
hurting
shoot
your
me.
family.
I'm making progress. You can't hit me while I'm making progress. Is that not how video games work?
Believe it or not, no.
What's wrong, Willy?
Just ask God of War.
I'm excited to also play that. I really am.
Take your best
Willy, that was an expensive desk.
It really was. Oh, huh. Here, I'll let you take it back.
shot.
All right, come here, Fisk. Come on, I'm gonna teach you. Huh. Nope. No. No, be nice. Be ow.
Anyways, that low dexterity.
I know, but like, feasibly, he should not have good dexterity.
No, I mean, he's just, like... He's just a very high challenge rating boss.
Pretty much. Oh, I keep hitting the triangle button as if it's going to web him, because I'm like, yeah, that's the web, because, like, that's how I go to people, and it's not. It's the...
Oh, man, you got
Ow.
punched very hard.
Ow! Fisk, can't we talk about this like adults?
I'll talk about punching your
Ugh.
fucking face in.
That was a... Oh my god, that was...
He's a fucking brute.
He is! He's like a barbarian that's like, I don't need weapons. I got fists for that.
All of Dan's characters.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh! Huh. Pretty much... Oh, no, that was not what I wanted. Pretty much a barbarian that took a class in Monk. Could you imagine?
Took a class in Monk and then took a class in Bard.
Yeah, like, could you imagine? That's how you play. If anyone out there is looking to play Wilson Fisk as a D&D character, we just broke the code for you. A code that admittedly didn't need broken, but...
That no one was asking for.
Yeah, so he's like a level 18 barbarian, a level like 1 bard, and a level
I was gonna
1
say the same
monk.
to you.
Just so he doesn't have to use... What would... Oh man, your prerequisites would have to be insane for that.
It would be...
Like-
I mean, he's got really good stats. He just got good rolls.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good... Oh, whoa!
I love how we're just talking about D&D.
While beating Fisk up. This is a good time.
More like while getting beaten
Well,
by Fist.
Ow! Leave me alone. Also, he didn't need to call in backup. Like, I hate when bosses do this. They're like, hey, you know how you're alone? I want friends. Oh, no. Please.
So, you know how you don't actually feel the pain that you feel in video games?
Oh, thankfully. I'm
Like,
better at video games.
When you play Spider-Man, you don't feel when Wilson, like, charges you. That yelp you did just a minute ago
Yeah.
sounded like you were a dog who just got its tail stepped on.
It wasn't a great noise, I'll admit. That was not my finest moment as far as my noises go. Huh?
As far as your noises
Yes.
go.
Ah, I don't like where the heal button is. It's inconvenient. I'm literally taking my hand off the right side of the controller. just for those at home to know how I was just pressing that button. It wasn't fantastic. I need practice on my.
It's just down on the D-pad.
I
It's
know,
not that
but I don't
bad.
want. But I still wanted to move while I healed. Was the thing.
Just learn to claw your controller.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Oh,
just claw the controller.
please, leave me be.
Actually, one of my freshman year roommates only played with their controller clawed.
Oh, what? That's terrifying.
So, consistently, we're using their middle and ring fingers on the bumpers and triggers,
That's
and then
very strange.
had one thumb on each stick, and then used their index fingers to press the D-pad and the buttons.
That's impressive.
Oh, it looked like it was
I feel
horrible.
like my arthritis that I probably have would go insane.
That arthritis that you're building up right now.
Yeah, the arthritis I'm working really hard towards would probably... I feel like I'm doing better than I did last time.
Oh shit, we're about to get baned, aren't we?
Yes. Okay, so I have to press those when they hit, right? That blue circle. Okay. Because
Or maybe?
every...
Or maybe you want to hit them before.
Okay. Because every game is different. I feel like that's too early? I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of quick time events to begin with.
QTEs are alright. In games like this, they feel unnecessary because the combat's already so good. I don't mind the mashing buttons, but like the ones that actually be timed.
That's how I felt in the original God of War games, though. Like,
Oh yeah.
they just kind of slowed everything.
Yeah, like I get QTEs in games like Telltale games and Until Dawn, for example.
Yeah.
Games that don't have their own combat systems necessarily, but when you've already got a really good combat system,
Then who needs it?
like I guess they just want you to feel like you're participating in the
I-
finisher. But
Again, that's also why I like the new God of War game, because it's not exactly quick time events.
right,
They kind of just take the combat and put it into a cutscene.
which is really cool.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think
Are we
we've got
only
more
putting him in
animals around the
Rikers? Don't we have, like, the raft for him?
Rikers.
Gotta go.
I don't,
Hey,
he probably owns Rikers, but okay.
I mean,
Is this one of those?
Rikers.
Is this one of those where you put him in and you go, wait, is his name on the deed? Oh, that's not good. That can't possibly
Is his
end
name
well.
on the deed? Does he have his own personal cell with a hot tub?
He's got it prepared for himself. That's literally what happened in Legend of Korra, though. Like, that's literally a plot point. Also, what time are we at?
Don't worry, we still got.
Okay, cool.
I'm watching.
Okay. Alright, health increase, level up. What is that button? Is that the
That
middle?
is the pad in the middle.
That looks like a keyboard. What the?
Well, because it's a touchpad.
Oh. I know what I'm doing.
I know what a controller is.
Not a PS4 controller. I've learned a skill point. Wow, I just pressed X in the completely wrong place. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I will be perfectly honest. Okay, so we got Innovator, Defender, Web Slinger. We got Web Throw. Hold to grab and throw webbed and electrified enemies. They can be tossed into others. That sounds fun. Press circle as your spider sense turns blue to counter. That's probably never going to happen. And hold square while in swing to swing kick. In swing. Where
I never use that.
I mean, I feel like I want the rest of the tree, so I'll get it eventually. But
Yeah.
I'm going to start with this one because that sounds really useful. I was already trying to reflexively do that.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a good.
In all
good
honesty,
choice.
I think I actually use the defender tree more than any other
Do you?
tree.
I mean, that's fair because that makes a tree you probably live more.
I mean, you also eventually start building up points for dodges.
Okay,
so,
that's cool too.
like,
I
you
don't.
can just heal off of your dodges.
I don't need. Okay, so just hold triangle. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. But you gotta web them first.
Web them and then throw with R.
But you gotta find them first.
Oh no, where are my enemies? Probably all around.
I left
me right
all of
now.
your enemies in one piece.
Oh goodness gracious! I want more episodes of One Piece.
No. You think more than an episode a year is good enough?
I don't understand.
Listen,
Well,
the
to be
whole
fair, I
human
mean-
race has to be
I mean,
dead by the
okay,
time the series is done.
In all actuality, the sub does come out weekly.
It's not safe.
I just don't watch the sub, and at this point, even if I wanted to, I really like the English voices. So like, I would never go back to rewatch it in English because that's way too much work. Not that I have anything against subs. Those of you that are already hitting the YouTube comment section.
What's a YouTube comment?
The place you want to avoid. If you care about yourself.
Is that where the fears in the darkness live?
That's where they're born. That's not just where they live. That is the void they're created in. No, I don't have anything against subs. I just, it's, for one, I like to watch anime while I do things, which subs make that very difficult for me, because I hate missing anything in a show, so I will just constantly stare at the TV in that case, which I usually do anyway, if I'm being perfectly honest. I say I'm gonna do things while I watch shows, and I don't.
You
so.
just have it in your lap, like, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know how many nights I spend open with a Word document just in front of me? I'm like, I'm gonna write on this novel, and then a sentence maybe. I edit like a little bit. Man, that was a quick change. Good job, Peter. Oh, look who it is. Oh no.
It's Dr. Doom. I know my Marvel.
Yes,
Grant
that's.
Committee's director will be here.
Could you imagine Doctor Doom with Doc Ock's claws?
You know, there's probably such a
fine,
terrifying
Parker. I
thing.
invented
In
Somewhere.
some universal version. Honestly, it's probably official somewhere. Where they're like, hey, why don't we hybrid these two together? That sounds like a really good idea.
I mean, to be fair, they hybridized in Amalgam Comics back in the 90s Wolverine
Maybe we should
and
have
Batman into one character.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
Let me find a picture
Okay,
real
yeah,
fast. I'll even throw it up at the end of the episode here.
I do totally want to see this because I'm intrigued. Also, wasn't there a, more recently, I think, wasn't there like a Hulk Wolverine combo?
Probably.
There's been a lot of combos recently, because they're also doing all the whole series where there's a bunch of Venom versions of everyone.
Listen, the Venomverse is my favorite thing.
Whoa, I know. And I'm a big fan, but...
There you
what?
And with that...
Darkclaw!
And with that,
Is anyone hurt?
we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks for joining us.
exceeded our expectations.